The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it is grown, it is greater than the herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and nest in its branches. And behold, the parable of the mustard seed has been truly fulfilled according to the promise of God through the growth of the Coptic Orthodox churches in Canada. 1967 was a momentous year. It was the year that the first Coptic Orthodox priest, Father Raphael Yunen Nakhla, was sent by His Holiness Pope Kyrillos VI to establish the first Coptic church in Montreal, the Church of Saint Mark. And this was the beginning of the story of growth. The mustard seed planted decades ago has grown, flourished, and yielded numerous fruits. 52 years ago, it all started with one priest and one church. By the grace of God and the pastoral care of our dearly departed Pope Shenouda III, and our loving shepherd, Pope Tawadros II, throughout the years, the Coptic churches started to increase in Montreal. Today, there are now 15 Coptic Orthodox churches and 23 priests serving their children in Montreal, Ottawa, and Eastern Canada. In 1971, the Church of St. Mary in Ottawa, Ontario was established. A few years later, in 1974, the Church of the Virgin Mary in St. Hubert, Quebec was founded. The next church of the diocese was established in 1984, St. Mina of Halifax in Nova Scotia. In 1989, St. George and St. Joseph in Pierrefonds, Quebec began. 1995, St. George and St. Anthony in Ottawa, Ontario. In 1996, St. Maurice in St. John's, Newfoundland was established. Then, in 1998, Virgin Mary and St. George, St. John, New Brunswick. In the year 2000, the Church of Archangel Michael and Ebusifin was instituted in Laval, Quebec. St. Mina in Kingston began in the year of 2003. Then, St. Peter and St. Paul in Pointe-Claire, Quebec in the year 2010. A year later, in 2011, St. Mark and St. Mary of Egypt was established in Ottawa, Ontario. St. Mary, St. Mina, and Pope Kyrillos in Quebec began in 2012. St. Mina and Pope Cyril in St. Therese in Quebec started in 2016, followed by St. John the Baptist in Vaudreuil in the same year. "2019 is a distinctive and extraordinary year, a celebratory one for all the churches. On June 9th, the Coptic congregation and clergy jubilantly witnessed the ordination of His Grace Bishop Boulos as the shepherd of our flock and leader of the diocese.
ندعوك يا بولس أسقفا على إيبرشية أوتوا ومونتريال وشرق كندا، الإيبرشية المحبة للمسيح وما لها من القرى والمدن، افز ماروت انجيب ابن فمايس اواب امبارك ليتو
تيميتس نوتن آرتيم ببنفما إث
in front of the airport Pierre-Elliott Trudeau here in Montreal, Quebec in Canada, waiting for the arrival of His Grace Bishop Boulos after his ordination Bishop of the Diocese of Ottawa, Montreal and Eastern Canada. We're waiting to welcome him and to tell him how happy we are to have him as our bishop finally after waiting so many years. واقفين منتظرين سيدنا يطلع في أي وقت دلوقتي.
النهارده عيد، النهارده عيد فعلا في مونتريال كلها، في كندا عامة.
وطبعا يوم فرح ويوم بهجة. عندنا أسقف، فرحانين ان هو جاي، فرحانين ان احنا هيبقى عندنا اسقف لينا. انا شخصيا بقالي 15 سنه وهيبقى اخيرا عندنا اسقف، فطبعا فرحه كبيره جدا.
ايه معناته انه يكون عندنا اسقف النهارده؟
عندنا اب روحي، واحنا مفتقدين الموضوع ده بقالنا عشرات السنين، فنشكر ربنا ونشكر سيدنا البابا تودروس ان هو يعني جاب لنا نيافة الانبا بولس البراموسي.
طبعا انا ما اقدرش ازود حاجه على الكلام دوت، هنبقى في ابوه حقيقيه وحد كبير نلجأ له نتكلم معاه ويسمعنا ويفهمنا، فطبعا يعني فرحانين كلنا باليوم دوت اكيد.
شكرا، اشكركم ومتابعين معاكم. برضو في ناس كتيرة ابتدت توصل، المطار زحمة جدا والناس موجودين. الشمامسة كمان بيستعدوا في الزفة ان هم يزفوا سيدنا. يوسف, comment tu te sens ici à venir pour la procession de Sayyidna?
Parce que Sayyidna c'est quelqu'un qui aime beaucoup l'alhan, puis moi j'aime beaucoup l'alhan comme mon père, et je suis content qu'il soit ici, qui va être l'Oscof de Canada, Ottawa et Charles Canada.
Anthony, comment tu te sens aujourd'hui en attendant la Sayyidna?
Je suis très content et je l'aime beaucoup, alors c'est une bonne chose qu'il soit notre Sayyidna, et on l'attend avec toute impatience. Je voudrais lui dire je t'aime beaucoup.
Gentil, merci.
On August 20th, we all gathered to rejoice in the enthronement of His Grace, Bishop Boulos of the Coptic Orthodox Diocese of Montreal, Ottawa, and Eastern Canada. He will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arm and carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those who are with young. The story has not ended, and we pray that with the grace of God and under the leadership of our dearly beloved shepherd, Bishop Boulos, the church will continue to grow and forever flourish.